Yeah, let's continue. In this session, as part of Snowflake fundamentals, we are going to see how to create a database and how to create a schema and how to create a table and how to insert the data into table. Okay. First, let's start creating a database and then creating a schema, then creating table and inserting the data, then writing select queries. Okay. This one, I am creating database called sample database. That's a database name, sample DB, sample underscore DB. Okay, let's create a database called sample underscore DB. Then create a schema called sample underscore schema. Sample underscore schema. Okay, I'm creating sample database and sample schema. So if sample schema is already available, then use create or replace sample schema. Let's see that. Yeah, just use this one, sample schema. Okay, I created sample database, then I created sample schema. Now switch to this database and schema. Now understand why we created database, why we created schema. Let's say we assume we are working for project called ICICI. We are working for client ICICI. So organization level, we create a database. This organization contains 3 projects. Project 1, core bank, core schema. So all core banking related tables, core banking related tables, core banking related views, core banking related procedures, core banking related UDFs we define in this schema. Okay. Similar way, they have another project called insurance. So we create insurance schema. In that insurance related tables, insurance project related views, insurance project related procedures, insurance project related UDFs we define. Similar way, we have another project of ICICI is mutual funds. Mutual underscore funds dot scheme. Then in this mutual underscore funds related tables, mutual funds related views, mutual funds related procedures, mutual funds related UDFs we are going to create. Okay. So client level or organization level, we create a database. Project level, we create a schemas. Okay. Clear, right? Why we created a database? Why we created schema? Now let's create a table. So we switched from default database to sample underscore DB, sample underscore schema. Now let's create a table called customers. Under sample DB, sample schema, I am creating table called customers. Okay, in that customers, I am inserting 2 records. Observe here, I am inserting 2 records. Then I am executing select star from customers table. I am displaying 2 records. Next, I am executing number of records in that table. Select to count star. That is showing records are 2. So one important note here too, for practice purpose, we used insert for inserting the records. Usually, data warehouses meant for storing the huge volumes of data sets. Very rare cases, just to practice purpose, we will create these kind of inserts. Usually, we use data injections. We load huge volumes of data from different sources to Snowflake tables. Very rare cases, we do these kind of insert activity. We have an insert, we can insert the data into Snowflake tables. Okay, clear, right? Any questions in this creating database and creating schema, creating table, inserting data into table? Any questions, Steve? It's on two recursions, right? Count. This one is output of this one sequence number. Okay. Now